Greetings, Felcher, to time and space with your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back once again to some more of Ace Attorney Investigations. And thank God it's Friday. Oh my God. This week was a tiring week. So, yeah, I'm happy that today is Friday, so that's nice. Anyway, we're going to be continuing where we last left off in the last live stream. We're going to be starting episode 4, A Turnabout Forsaken today. So without further ado, let's get started on our way to today's adventure and see what's in store for us. Allons-y! Episode 4, A Turnabout Forsaken. I hereby call this meeting to order. The committee is gathered here in the sight of the goddess to pass fair and frank judgment. The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional competency of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Why are you wearing that raincoat? No! April 5th, 1:23 p.m., High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Will you please stop pacing, Detective? You're kicking up dust. But I swept the floor 3 times already! Then sweep it a 4th. They're gonna take your badge, Mr. Edgeworth! How can you just stand there cool as a cucumber? We don't know for certain that they will. Well, it sure seems like they mean to. Judge Cavell pretty much spelled it out. Truly, you are proving to be quite a threat to the community for prosecutorial excellence. As such, you give me little choice but to report back on your continued transgression. No doubt you will be called to appear before the committee in due course. She said that I would be called to appear before the committee. Nothing more. Well, I don't care! I won't stand for it! What if we never get to work together again? I'd have thought you would welcome the prospect, Detective. After all, it would mean you could work with someone less problematic. Don't say that, sir! I've never heard anyone except that stupid committee say you're problematic. You're not just looking for an excuse, are you? To become a defense attorney, I mean. Because I won't let you! You're Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth! Prosecutor, you hear? Become a defense attorney, huh? The circumstances of my father's death set me on the path to becoming a prosecutor. But I'd only been interested in the law to begin with, thanks to my father as well, and his work as a defense attorney. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor, or help people as an attorney? Something tells me you've got a big decision ahead of you. Only you can answer. Are you listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I said I won't let you do this! Really, Detective? There's no need to be so dramatic. Who knows, the next prosecutor you work with might be a little more lenient with your salary assessment. Huh, really? So, no more instant noodles? I mean, no! What are you saying, sir? I don't care about any of that stuff! But you thought about it, didn't you? If only for a moment. We're busy in here! Come back later! Hey there, is the prosecutor in? Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? Look, pal, what part of we're busy don't you get? Way outside and I'll be with you in a bit. Ooh, that's not good. Your face is as red as a tomato. Red face, gritted teeth, let's see. Yeah, I said we're busy. Wait, that's it. Stomach cramps, right? Don't need to worry. It's another injection can't cure. Now roll up your sleeve for me. It won't hurt much. No thanks, pal. I'm, healthy as can be. Who might you be? Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to introduce myself, huh? My name's Needler. Florence Needler. I am a nurse at Hertz Hospital. Well, nobody here is hurt, so are you sure you have the right room? Yeah, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? Wow, those are some deep furrows in your brow. Are you feeling alright? Suffering from a severe headache? I can give you an injection that'll... I'll be fine, thank you! Could you please just tell us what you're doing here? Huh? Oh, sure. Well, it's like this. I brought somebody to see you. Wait right there. I'll go grab her. Wait! Too late. I wonder who she brought along. She's here from the hospital. Maybe it's a patient? Some of you cut down to size with your trademark rapier wit? And what exactly is that supposed to mean? See? That right there, sir? When you glare at me like that, I lose the will to live. You don't want to send me to the hospital, do you? Surely he's exaggerating! After all, that's the look I always give him, and nothing's happened so far. Sorry to keep you fellas waiting. Well, thoughts? Thoughts on what? You don't recognize me? There's something about her. Something familiar. This had your name on it. So I thought, just maybe? So you really did put someone in your hospital! Don't be ridiculous, detective! Well, look, sir, your name's right there on the card! Public Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, plain as day. Be that as it may. I'm so sorry, what she's trying to say is she has amnesia. Amnesia?! Yes, at least that's what they tell me. Her parents must be so worried about her. I bet they've only been getting around 8 hours of sleep each night. You gotta feel for them. Why, though? Because that's quite a lot of sleep, if you ask me. Whoa, tough break. But don't you worry, alright? Since you had his card, that means you really must know Mr. Edgeworth somehow. Just sit back and we'll take it from here. Right, sir? At the very least, I might be able to help you figure out your identity. Really? Will you? It's going to come down to what you remember, but yes. Now that's to Mr. Edgeworth I know. Don't worry, miss, you're as good as healed. Let's not get carried away here, detective. I'm a prosecutor, remember, not a miracle worker. Who are you? Where do we even start? So do you remember your name, miss? I'm sorry. She's been like this since she came in yesterday. So she's only been in the hospital for a day. No way, that's amazing. How did you figure it out so fast? How can one person be so emotionally draining? I found her wandering around late last night and brought her in. I wanted to help out, so I went through her stuff to see what I could find. And did you find anything apart from my business card? Nothing with her name or home address. Oh, wait a second. She was wearing this. It's a pretty unique design, right? What? This pin! What the heck? That Yasukarasu pin! What does that mean? But it can't be! Kay, is it really you? Kay? It's you, isn't it, Kay? I'm Kay. Come on, Kay, you really don't remember? Look, it's me, Gummy! That's what you always call me! Gummy? But you're an adult. That's so rude. I don't really call you that, do I? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I feel so guilty now. What the heck happened to you? I've never seen you so polite. Being polite and sensitive is just not... Where's the Kay I know? You're nothing like her. Careful, detective. We wouldn't want her to get the wrong impression. You make it sound as if Kay isn't normally a polite or sensitive soul. Not that he's wrong exactly, but... So what kind of person was I before? Well, first of all, your full name is Kay Faraday. You're bright and fun and full of energy, and... Oh yeah, you're a great thief. A great thief? There's a little more to it than that, but yes. Thieves generally steal other people's valuables from their dressers and vaults, and... Steal? But that must be so awful for the people I took things from. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was a criminal. Maybe I lost my memory on some sort of punishment. No, that's not what I meant at all. I don't think that did her much good, sir. But it sure explains one thing. Look at these gloves. They're just the kind of person like that would wear. Hey, that outfit! This is what she was wearing when they found her. But we had to get her to change out of it to put on hospital clothes, so that's why I have them. There's something on this part here. Does it have something to do with how Kay lost her memory? I'll send the outfit over to forensic later and see what they can figure out. Please do, detective. Boy, they really are some thiefy clothes, huh? I'm a criminal. You may be a great thief, but you've never committed a crime in your life. Rest assured, you are no criminal. If you say so, perhaps we better leave it there for now. I'm sorry. I wish I could remember who you are. Ooh, itchy. Itchy! How do we know each other exactly? Well, that is, how do I put it into words? You're Prosecutor Edgeworth's assistant. I am? So a prosecutor's the head of some sort of great thief network then? No, not quite. Last saw Kay 2 days ago. I'm actually trying to figure out what she's been doing since then. Was the pin the only item on her person when you received her, Nurse Needler? There are a few other things, but I doubt any of it will be of much use to you. I'll be the judge of that. Could you please show them to us? Well, alright then. In no particular order, I present... a jamming ninja mask? Was she at a show or something? A letter. It is addressed to K. Next, a ticket stub. And finally, a fake flower! The kind people like to spruce up their bathrooms with, too. It's a corsage defective, and they're usually worn by women. And that's that. So, anything useful in there? Kinda hard to tell. Frankly, I'm not really seeing a connection between any of them. I should take a closer look at each piece later when I have the chance. This is bad. How do we get Kay's memory back? We can't just let her stay like this forever. Calm down, Detective. I have an idea. You do? I knew you'd come to the rescue, sir, so what is it? Look closely at the ticket stub. Oh, it's for the viewing platform at the top of the big building. The big building? You know the place? Everybody knows it's silly. It's the hottest day spot in town. They say that if a couple holds hands while they're up there, they'll stay together forever. This is yesterday's day, and the ticket is only valid on the date specified. Plus, it's a stub. That means she used it, right? I think it's a distinct possibility. Well, shall we go see what we can find? Now? Just like that? The only way to figure out how Kay lost her memory is to retrace her steps. But what about your thing with the committee? It's not for a little while yet. We have time. Great, so can I leave Kay with you? That would be for the best, but you don't mind, do you, Kay? Oh, of course not. Thank you. Alrighty then, back to work I go. If you need anything, feel free to give me a holler at Hertz Hospital, okay? I'll come running with a Stranger 3, wherever you might happen to be. Yes, thank you. That would be needing that particular service. Now then, Detective, shall we get going? You too, Kay. Yes, sir! Yes, of course. April 5th, Big Building Plaza. So according to this pamphlet, the big building's 50 stories high. It's all offices inside, so the viewing platform on top is the only part that's open to the public. Here, this one's for you, sir. They're handing them out for free in the ticket area. How very kind of you, Detective. Alright, I think it's time we headed inside. Look out! The big building! It's about to fall! What? We gotta do something! No, please, I'm begging you, stop! Ah, it's no good. Without fresh milk, my thoughts just aren't getting through to him. What kind of job? You're not funny, Jason! What's happening here? What's going on with the building? Stay calm and talk to me, kid. Cut! 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 I'm so sorry. We're shooting a movie, so could you, Ah, yes, I thought as much. Forgive our intrusion. We'll get out of your way. Detective? Sorry! Really had me there for a second. Yeah, whatevs. Hey, director guy, can we take 5? Can't work under these conditions. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh, gosh. Will they stop the building from falling down? That's good. I wish we had time to explain, but maybe later. Come along, you two. Let's make ourselves scarce. April 5th, 2:18 p.m., big building, viewing platform. Yeah, and as usual, it fell completely flat because dad jokes are not funny! Whoa, get a load of that view. Feel the sun on your face. The wind is very strong up here. That's okay. Just stand behind me here, Mr. Edgeworth here. We're both more than big enough to keep the breeze away. Speak for yourself. Okay, does this place bring back any memories? I'm not so sure. Have I really been here before? I'm simply encouraging her to talk will help. Not my fault you lack a sense of humor. I don't lack a sense of humor. I just know what's not funny. Jay, please, any thoughts or feelings that come to mind might be a clue we can use. But alright, I don't know if this will be of any help at all, but... I remember. I still can't be sure if I've ever been here before. It's so high up, and the wind is so strong. It's terrifying. I don't remember. I just don't remember anything. It's no good. I'm so sorry. No dice, huh? I'm sorry. I feel so useless. I know I'm supposed to have all these memories, but... Jason, just stop while you're ahead. The dad jokes are not funny. And you're not a dad, so it's not even hitting at home either. But I just can't remember. You have amnesia, Kay. Don't be so hard on yourself. Listen, sir, maybe just this once. Try not to be so intimidating, okay? At the very least, don't use your trademark glare on her. Nobody asked for your opinion, detective. I still can't be sure if I've ever been here before. It's so high up, and the wind is so strong. It's terrifying. I don't remember. I just don't remember anything.
Hold it!
Nothing has come to mind, then just take a look around. Do you recognize anything? Anything at all? Let's see. Ah, cherry blossoms! Go on. I was standing under the cherry tree. Yes, I was trying to stay out of the rain. It was raining, I remember now. And there was a red something. So it was raining. She was underneath the cherry tree. She saw something red from where she stood. But what? Was it something I said? No, but if you could add that to your testimony, we could explore it further. But from under the cherry tree, I think I saw something red.
Hold it!
There's something red. Can you tell me any more about it? I'm not sure. It was just a red thing. That's all I can say. What can we see nearby that's red? Was it the concession stand over there, perhaps? A stand. A red concession stand. Yes, I think that was it. Somebody was walking toward me from beyond it. And then what happened? Then, I'm sorry. That's alright. If you could just add what you told us to your testimony. But there was someone walking toward me from beyond the concession stand.
Objection!
You say that you saw someone over there beyond the stand, and that they were walking toward you? Yes, I can see them getting closer. Are you sure it wasn't a ghost? But no, it was a person, I'm sure of it. From where you were standing, anyone you saw on the other side of the concession stand would have to have been floating in the mid-air, hundreds of feet above the ground. So how on earth could it have been a person? I'm not lying, I promise. Somebody read the stand, somebody read, and they were on the other side. They were walking toward me, getting closer and closer. And then they... Ah! Kay, what's the matter? You're right, we're here. Whatever it is, it can't hurt you. I was pushed and I fell. By a person in a red raincoat. A person in a red raincoat who could walk on air? Who supposedly pushed her off the building? None of this makes any sense. Not the least of which, nobody could fall from this height and survive. Attention everyone, please stay right where you are. What's wrong, officer? I'm Detective Gumshoe. Mind filling me in? Yes, sir! A body has been discovered here in this building, sir. A body? Whose body, exactly? Not sure, we're still working on it. But what we do know is that the victim is a young woman, and that her name is Kay. What? What the blazing? Damn, episode ended already. April 5th, 2:36 p.m. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. Wait, this room! Officer, isn't this... Yes, sir, this is the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. So it's here now? I knew that they moved out of the prosecutor's building. I had no idea that they'd come here. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, and Kay too! How are you all doing? Is Kay feeling any better? We heard there was some kind of incident. I'm sorry, but who might this be? This is my grandma. Hold on 1 second. Name's Hilda Hertz, Sonny. And who the heck might you be? It's a pleasure to meet you. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth at your service. Nurse Neva, your grandmother's name, Hertz. Is she? Yep, she's the director of Hertz Hospital. This old fogey? Woman is the head of a hospital? Don't you old fogey me, you dang reprobate! How did she do that? Whoa, sounds like you're kind of a big deal, man. Oh, that's not true. Not wrong. Not wrong at all. Oh, him? He's the one looking after the girl. The one with amnesia. It seems that the Hertz is a bit of an introvert. Want me to fix those brow furrows of yours, Sonny? Oh, they're still fixing those, man. They're downright incurable. What? You're sure you want me to say that, Grandma? Well, alright then. Now, I don't got a dang thing more to say to none of you. You go on about your business, you hear? As long as that business doesn't involve messing with the deceased body, I got work to do. Wait, please, Not a dang thing, I tell you. Hey, you can't talk to us like that. Who gives you the right, huh, pal? Oh, didn't I mention? Grandma's also a coroner. She's in charge of this case, which means... Ouch! Which means exactly that. What do you mean? Exactly what? How am I supposed to know? She said it, not me. Huh? It's like I'm trapped in a comedy routine I can't escape. Well, we've got a body to be looking at. Catch you later, gang, and take care. What the heck is their deal? What does it matter as long as we have permission to investigate? What does it matter? It matters a bunch, sir. What will you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Examine the scene of the crime, of course. What kind of prosecutor would I be if I didn't? Alright, let's get to work. That person over there is called Kay, right? Surely that means I can't be the Kay you know. That's what we're looking to figure out. But don't worry. You're the Kay we know. I'm certain of it. Thanks. A Kay who lost her memory and a victim who shares her name. Both meeting their respective fates here at the big building. No doubt this case will be the key to restoring Kay's memories. I'd stake my life on it. Officer, tell me about the security arrangements for this room. Yes, sir! You need special key cards to enter, sir! Interesting, so not just anybody can enter. In which case, the person who discovered the body would have been... Yes, sir! A member of the committee! They found it when they arrived for today's hearing! The hearing? My hearing, which would be underway right now if it wasn't for this. There's a statue of the goddess of justice. You sure know your stuff, sir! So does she dole out blessings or what? Not that kind of goddess, she's a symbol of the sanctity of the law. The scales represent justice, the sword retribution, and the blindfold shows her impartiality. I'll scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. There's a pool of blood here at the foot of the statue. Judging by the amount how this has spread, I'd say this is where the victim was killed. But the body's on that table behind us, sir. How come? I can only surmise that the killer must have moved it for some reason after committing the murder. Sorry to intrude. Oh, it's Franziska! Hi! Who are... Huh? What's that, Grandma? I know that voice anywhere. That's about Karma's little girl. Oh, so you two know each other? It has been too long, Grandma Hertz. And you as well, Miles Edgeworth. What's she doing here? Franziska von Karma. She's the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a prosecutor like myself. These days, she's mainly been working with Interpol, though I thought she was supposed to be abroad. Don't look so surprised. Where my investigations lead, I'd follow, no matter where in the world that might be. Which means that there must be some kind of international angle to this case, yes? You know full well that I've been pursuing a certain smuggling ring. And that I won't rest until it has been destroyed, and its ill-gotten goods recovered. If the smuggling ring is involved then, that information is to be shared on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. I think she means to be as helpful as ever. Miss Von Karma, was it? Grandma wants to tell you something. I'm about done here. The scene's all yours. In that case, we'd like to examine the body ourselves, too, if you wouldn't mind. I mind plenty. I remember where I heard about you now, you dang varmint. Don't need no soon-to-be ex-prosecutor messing the place up. Go on, get! Just remember, it's not me saying this stuff, okay? But please, Granny, it's important. Who you calling a granny, little missy? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. This is going nowhere. I didn't want to have to do this, but... Franziska, I need you to add us to this investigation. We have to see that body up close, and we'll never learn the truth about what happened to Kay. As in, Kay Faraday? Please, you gotta help us out here! Kay needs us! I don't know what you're up to, but... Very well. Thank you, you won't regret it. Of course, I expect to receive a full explanation when I grill you later. We owe you, sir, big time! Wasn't talking to you, Scruffy! Ah! Well, Grandma hurts for you. Allow them to examine the body. I ain't about to say no to an international big shot like yourself, hon. But are you sure about this? Yeah, I agree with Grandma. Are you sure you're sure? Of course I'm sure. It's my prerogative to judge the whole world in my name. That's just common sense. Of the extremely arrogant sort, perhaps. Suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. Well, you heard her. Try not to get fired, okay? Don't worry. It'll take a lot more than this to ruin my reputation should things turn sour. Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing my badge. Well, one thing's for certain. This isn't Kay. She doesn't even look like her. I think we knew that already, since I took our case standing right over there, after all. The victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit. Could be she worked in one of the offices here in the building. Perhaps, but for now, she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? Scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest. Nothing except this hole right here. But look at how the fabric was torn. I think it was pierced by something sharp. Can't keep your coins in there now. They'd all fall right out. Have you never heard of a change purse, detective? Sure have, sir. It's another word for a pocket, right? I give up. There's something pinned to the jacket here. A piece of magenta fabric. Whatever it was, it looks like it was torn off pretty roughly. The victim's hair is caked with blood. Looks like she was hit with something, huh? Unfortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up as we investigate further. You think this could be the murder weapon? A 3-armed candelabra. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds to the chest. Puncture wounds that could well have been made by these spikes. A candelabrum? Not quite, detective. A candelabrum. A candle holder, in other words. Ah, I got you. That reminds me. I forgot to pay my electricity bill once a while back, and I had to live my candle life for a whole month. Who does that in this day and age? It seems she suffered a serious burn to her hand at some point. Do you think it has something to do with how she died? No, this scar's too old for that. I imagine it happened some time ago. She's holding something. Detective, could you open her hand for me? Yes, sir, right away! What is that? Wait, I know! It's a loyalty card. That's from the store. Oh, ouch! It's a key card. Why, sir? Why? The question we should be asking is, what does it open? I would imagine that the victim's keycard probably grants access to this room, wouldn't you? Let me go find out, sir. I'm back! They found some details on that keycard in the security system. It's for this room, just like you said. So the victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely. Assuming that the keycard actually belonged to her, yes. Indeed. This book! What the? That's Kay's promise notebook! So she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. I haven't seen this in a while. Indeed. Kay's promises to Daddy. Promise 1, never take things from a stranger. Promise 2, never go anywhere with a stranger. A book of vows made by a child to her father. Promise 3, always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Promise 4, never cry in front of strangers. Promise 5, always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. But what exactly is it doing here? Oh, I just remembered something Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station. What? Evidence went missing from police custody? Detective Bad said he looked for it everywhere, but no dice. What does this mean? Why did it turn up here of all places? You there, what do we know about this notebook, officer? The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It was the only thing with any kind of name on it at the time. But that's how she became Kay. Talk about a red herring. Still doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though. If only we had a few more leads on the victim's true identity. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Yeah, this magenta flower. Judging by its appearance, I say that the flower Kay was carrying originally belonged to the victim. Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like it's made out of the same fabric. Indeed, let's make a closer comparison. The torn edges match up exactly. You got one heck of an eye, sir. If the flower belongs to the victim, this implies a connection between the victim and Kay Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday was involved in the incident somehow. And based on what we're seeing here, we may have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect. What? But there's no way she could have done this! I can't even begin to imagine it! There isn't a murderous bone in her body! Nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion. For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth? For better or worse, yes. A pure white jacket with a deep red stain on its lapel. This jacket, the buttons are on the wearer's right-hand side. What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no? Not on women's clothes. Traditionally, the buttons will be on the left. Like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff. This is common knowledge, Detective. I honestly didn't know that. Nothing else seems amiss. Wait, what's this in the pocket? A pair of gloves. Also white. They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must have belonged to the victim. It seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim. Then, am I really Kay? Can you really be sure? Of course we're sure! What are you talking about? But thank you. And that person lying there is someone you may have murdered. But that's all we can say for now. No! There's no way she did it! Isn't that right, sir? Indeed. I don't believe the Kay we know could have done something like this. You're becoming a real softy, Miles Edgeworth. Well, look who it is again. Ugh, I know that voice. Oh, boy. With a winning smile and the number one name in the business, it is I, Prosecutor Eustace Winner. Please forgive the intrusion. Step away from that body, Edgeworth. I didn't call for you and I don't need you. This case is mine. It's what the victim would have wanted. You knew the victim? So it really is her. But be not afraid, everyone. When it goddess of justice will guide us to the truth. She sure will! Now that I'm here, everything is going to be alright. Whoever did this will live to regret it. I'll show them what— Ah! Miles Edgeworth, who is this imbecile? Why am I getting the death glare? I've got nothing to do with him. Franziska von Karma, I presume. My apologies. I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gavel, at your service. And the deceased in this case is Rosie Ringer, attorney at law, and a member of the Community for Prosecutorial Excellence. I see. That would explain the keycard. So you're the lead prosecutor? Yep, which means this case will be solved in— Ah! You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy. If you want to know my name, all you have to do is— Ow! Stop babbling and tell me, now! It's Eustace. Eustace Winter. I think we've established where the balance of power lies in this particular room. Mr. Guy in charge? Here, this is from Grandma. What's this? Oh, the preliminary findings. Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth. This isn't a game, Mr. Winter. Alright, that's me done. See you next stiff. Yeah, home time. I can murder a bowl of noodles right about now. We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy. Let's see. So the wound on her head is from when she fell over after she died. Eustace. It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. What now, Gavel? It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. Or perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all. No, that would be a tragedy. Anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday. What? What the heck are you talking about? I think Eustace's meaning was very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer. And though she is dressed differently than usual, this young lady covered in bandages is Miss Faraday herself, correct? You really mean to arrest her here and now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object, loudly and forcibly. And as if further confirmation were needed, there it is. The committee was right to call your conduct into question. It is questionable in the extreme. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, just go. It's fine. Fine? This is anything but fine, Kay! I still don't remember anything. So maybe I did do it. Maybe I killed that poor woman and I just don't remember. The goddess smiles on those who confess their sins. It is her wish that our confessions cleanse us. She applauds your commitment to the cause of justice, as do I. Judge Gavel, Eustace, if you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield. Not until I've seen some evidence to support your accusations. Then allow me, prepared to be hit with a face full of deductive genius, Edgeworth. Why, I think Kay did it. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me. I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday is the murderer, no doubt about it. She snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark greed thieving, which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. Bro, deductive genius, that was a total mess. And if Detective Gumshoe is saying that, you know it must be bad. I asked you to explain your grounds for arresting Kay, yet you have explained exactly nothing. True, but we haven't seen any proof of her innocence either. It's alright, Kay. Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle somehow. You just gotta believe in him. But my deductions aren't acts of divine intervention, you know. Well, Miles Edgeworth, I'd hate for you to disappoint me, but in the event that you do, I'll be sure to freely let you know. Why, I think Kay did it. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me. I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday is the murderer, no doubt about it. She snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. She can't do that without the key card, genius!
Objection!
Are you familiar with this room, Mr. Winter? It certainly sounds like you are. What can I say? Winners know where winners go. I'm number 1, and 2, and 3. In other words, the majority of your work is second, if not third rate. Why do you always have to make fun of me? You can take it as a slight if you wish, but the fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this key card. What do you take me for? Of course I'm familiar with it. You need one of those to get in here. Don't you? Have you no shame? Ah! Mr. Winner, do you really even suspect Kay? Of course I do. She did it. Faraday's the killer. And perhaps you could tell us how Kay got into such a secure room as this without a key card. Ah! There was yeah. A masterful summary. Now, as we know, only members of the committee have key cards. Therefore, only they can enter. Precisely. Why is she agreeing with me? Please, take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier. As you can see, the door to this room was open at 12:52 a.m. with Miss Ringer's key card. We cannot know for certain, of course, but who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer, and then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement? It's certainly a plausible theory, but that's all it is. For one, it would require the victim and her murderer to have known one another. Yeah, Kay didn't know the woman, I'm sure of it! How can you possibly be sure of such a thing? That's pure speculation on your part, Detective. There's no place for guesswork in the courtroom or at a crime scene. Hard evidence is what is required. Then in that case, are you suggesting that you have said hard evidence to support your theory? Evidence that Kay Faraday and Rosie Ringer knew one another? But of course. What?! I have here a letter. Dr. Hertz found it in the victim's chest pocket. Another of the victim's possessions? You kept this to yourself until now? You planned for this, didn't you? Is that why? It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. What now, Cavell? It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. Perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all. Shall I read it for you? Rosie, thanks so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Kay. This would seem to indicate pretty strongly that the two of them were accomplices, wouldn't you say? Accomplices in a plot to steal from the very room in which we are standing. No! Wait, so your principal suspect is Miss Kay Faraday for this second crime, as well as Miss Ringer's murder. I'm the principal suspect? Don't listen to her! It's all lies, all of it! You're not like that! You'd never do any of the stuff they're accusing you of! Then how do you explain the letter, Detective? Ah! Like Mr. Winner, I suspected that Judge Cavell herself had some proof to support her accusation, but I didn't expect it to be quite so definitive! Nicely done, Cavell. Thank you, Eustace.
Hold it!
We're not done here yet, and I still have questions, and you better have the answers. Do you mind if I handle this? Be my guest. Have fun arguing Edgeworth into the ground. Can't let them steamroll me on this. I have to find a way to take back the advantage. Kay's letter. As the letter more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were acquainted. It seems Miss Faraday had asked for Miss Ringer's help in a plot of some kind. But for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down. Miss Ringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer. She's good. Better than ever, even. Think you can take her down, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course. Don't do this out of pride, Miss Miles Edgeworth. If you're going to fail, do it on somebody else's time. Hey, whose side are you on, sir? There's only one side to be on, Scruffy. The side of the truth. Uh-oh. Looks like the kid's got something to say. Well, there's only one side to be on. It has to be on the winning. Ah! Quiet, you. I thought thoughts exactly. K's letter. As the letter more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were acquainted. It seems Mr. Faraday had asked for Miss Ringer's help in a plot of some kind, but for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down. Miss Ringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer. That's wrong! Because if I'm remembering correctly, isn't her chest pocket on the right side? Right side because it's for a man? Her jacket's for a man? Yeah! There's a chest pocket on her right side.
Objection!
So the victim kept the most vital clue of all closest to her heart. How very touching. The voices of the dead fight to be heard, and even then they don't always reach us. But her voice rang loud and true, and it told us that Miss Faraday is our killer. I think you may have misheard her, Your Honor. Or perhaps an evil spirit was trying to mislead you. Hey! You take that back! Perhaps we should try listening to the words of the coroner's report instead. By all means, if I recall correctly, the victim was stabbed on her left side. No! Yes, I'm afraid so. You claim that the letter was found in the victim's left chest pocket. Right where she was stabbed by the candle holder. Indeed. 3 puncture wounds to the chest, and yet not one to the letter. Miraculous, though. Well, Judge Cavell, how do you explain that? Because I can think of one explanation. That the letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on Kay. Someone went to a lot of trouble to create the crime scene we see before us, but that someone is the real culprit, who almost certainly also forged this letter. No! It's clear that the culprit intended to frame Kay by means of that letter. And you fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker! No! Faraday did it! The letter was in our other pocket, yeah. Huh, seriously? The whole left chest pocket thing was a mistake! Whoever reported it must have meant their left. Ah! Stop your foolish floundering, you foolishly foolish fool! Or are you just that incurably foolish? Why do you keep whipping me? Stop making fun of my deductions! Ah! There, I saved you the trouble of disappointing you. Yes, even though I had no intention of doing so. The letter is stained with blood, suggesting that indeed it's been placed somewhere on our left side. Therefore, I doubt there was some sort of mistake in the report, unless that report was given by you. What? Cavell, say something! No objections? Good. Allow me to continue. We have established the existence of a second suspect. No, we haven't! The murderer had to get in here, remember? Who else could have gotten in apart from Faraday and Ringer? Whoever it was would have needed a key card. Judge Cavell proposed that the killer enter the room together with the victim. But what if there's something questionable about the very basis of her theory itself? This piece of evidence points to another suspect other than K. It would be the keycard record, yeah?
Take that!
Look again at the keycard record provided by Judge Cavell a short while ago. It's already noted the victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m., but you will note that someone else's keycard is also listed. The mysterious person who could have entered beforehand and lay in wait for the victim. This other person entered at 10:15 p.m., so it's certainly not outside of the realm of possibility. Except, I'm afraid it is. And where's your evidence, huh, Your Honor? My evidence? I am the evidence, Detective. It was my keycard. There's nothing suspicious about a committee member entering the chamber as I please, is there? Perhaps not, but that's also not the exonerating evidence you seem to think it is. Unless you can also prove that you yourself didn't murder your colleague. What utter nonsense! What would I have had to gain from killing them? I am sure you know how I'm going to answer that, Your Honor. I believe further investigation will shed light on any motives you might have had. I am a faithful servant of the goddess. Why would I ever resort to an act of crime? I use my keycard, that much is true, but my reason for entering this room is far from questionable. Then perhaps you'd care to tell us why? I had business here in the committee chamber. There were certain preparations to make. Preparations? Sounds pretty suspicious to me. I am not at liberty to share what I was preparing for. I am sure Prosecutor Edgeworth can make an educated guess. My hearing, she must have been busy gathering the documents they were going to use against me to relieve me of my badge.
All right, children, that's enough. It's good to keep our skills and our tongues sharp, especially when we're young, but that'll do for now.
Who in the...
Really takes me back to the days of my youth. Back when I would wrangle with a certain detective. He disappeared, you know. I hope he's out there somewhere, living his best life. You'll have to forgive me, it's just, I get so emotional. The tears, I can't stop them.
Chairman Winner.
Winner? Ah, Verity, my girl, do you ever stop working? Your deduction puts us all to shame. And is this young Francisca I see before me? Dear child, when did you get so big?
Uncle Winner, it's been far too long.
And so formal. I thought we were like family.
I used to sit on my knee and shout, Uncle Winner, at the top of your little lungs. Ah, but time goes by so very fast. One can't help but shed a tear. Dad, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? A committee member has been murdered, and you're in charge of the case, my boy.
What is this? Bring your pops to work day? Silence! Do you have any idea who he is? This man is particularly the right hand of the goddess herself, a former chief prosecutor and the current chairman of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence.
Now, Verity. There's no need to bring all that up. I'm just a harmless old man, really.
Allow me to apologize for this sexist rudeness. I am
Miles Edgeworth, correct? And your little subordinate, Dick Gumption. I am Excelsius Winner, father to this idiot boy, among other things. My wife and I were so happy when he was born. And now she's gone too. Heaven only knows to where.
Dad, you're here? Use my handkerchief.
Thank you, my son. You're a good boy, in your own silly way.
Like father, like son, I suppose. It was hard to say who's the bigger fool.
Well, Verity, how goes the investigation?
Thank you for asking, sir. You have identified a prime suspect, 1K Faraday. You're currently trying.
You don't have nearly enough to make her your prime suspect, and you know it! Or have you forgotten what we just discovered about the letter?
I told you! That was just a mix-up! You got the wrong Don't test my patience.
All right, that's enough. Let's all just calm down, shall we?
I'm sorry you had to see that, sir. My humblest apologies.
I think you've all made your cases very clearly. All except for you, Lucius.
What? But, Dad! We are prosecutors, and it is our duty to identify suspects and bring them to justice. But I wouldn't dare call someone a suspect without evidence or a motive.
Please, Miss Edgeworth. I know all about your relationship to the accused. Thick as thieves seems pretty apt, based on what I've heard. Kay's no criminal. She helped us catch the bad guys loads of times.
Much about this case is still unclear, sir. Please, you have to let us...
It's heartwarming, really. The bonds of friendship are so strong among the young. But, circumstances being what they are, I'm afraid those bonds won't be enough.
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
The prosecutor's office needs this case cleared up as quickly as possible. Time is oh so precious and we have so little of it, and there are so many other cases. I'm sorry, but you understand, of course, don't you? Ah! All right, Miss Faraday. Time to come along quietly.
Yes, sir.
You're not taking her! She's innocent, I tell you!
To defy the chairman of the committee is to defy the law itself. It's an act so brazen, a hearing won't be necessary at all. Are you prepared for Mr. Edgeworth to lose his badge over this, detective?
What? You? So either Kay goes down or Mr. Edgeworth loses his badge? What the heck am I supposed to do?
You'd use this badge to shield yourself? Oh, how the committee, too, has fallen.
Kay, you're innocent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Thank you. We've only known each other for a short while, but you've been very kind. And I'm sorry. Sorry for being a criminal. Your contribution has been noted, Miss Faraday, and will be conveyed to the goddess of justice.
Ah! What in the world should I do?
When I was little, all I wanted was to be like my father. To become an attorney and fight for those who can't fight for themselves. But now, my fate is tied to that of this one tiny badge. One tiny badge against the life of a dear acquaintance? Who am I kidding? There's nothing to weigh up here. I guess this is it. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Judge Caffell, a moment, please. Yes, what is it? Your badge? What is the meaning of this? I am returning it. From this day forth, I'm a prosecutor no longer. But Mr. Edgeworth! Well, what are you doing? Miles Edgeworth, explain yourself right now! You're giving it all up? Just like that? You can't mean it, sir! Tell me you're kidding! Please! If you're not a prosecutor anymore, then what does that make me? I have one duty and one duty alone, to pursue the truth. If being a prosecutor means I must turn a blind eye to the very truth before me, then I will gladly shed the title to be free. I'll carve my own path, one I believe in. I won't let my search for the truth end here. Are you running away from the karma? From me? Say what you will, Franziska. You won't change my mind. So you're leaving me behind again? I'll never forgive you for this. Never! No, this is all my fault. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for me. Wait, Kay, don't go! You stay right where you are, detective! But sir! I'm not a prosecutor anymore. Don't say that! When you go, I go, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm always there, right by your side. No need for you to do that now, detective. Simply focus on your job and do what you can. Well now, this is no good, is it? We've let a dangerous criminal run free. I try and try. And yet, it's never enough! There's no need to worry, sir. We'll set up a cordon. She won't get far. She better not. I'll be very disappointed in you if she does. Alright, and with that, we're going to end today's live stream. So, thank you for watching, and as always, your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying along, see, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!